What is up? Thank you for tuning in. It's a new year. It's a new year, new microphone, new look, kind of, somewhat. What you think? A little bit? I'm getting there. I know somebody told me look like I'm streaming from my bathroom, like I'm trying to hide from my wife. Yeah, might be a little bit true to that. I don't know. This is the bathroom though. Maybe I'm hiding from the wife. Maybe she's looking for me somewhere. I don't know. But it's all good. We're here behind the scenes. We are behind the scenes today. This is the first episode. If you guys have any questions about the channel, any questions about true crime, the interrogation space, why channels do different things, put it in the pinned comment section. Give me some content ideas, and I'll pump these bad boys out once a week. That's what my goal is, once a week. So I'm gonna try to do. I got a list of topics I want to get to, but today, the first topic, recycle content. My reasons why you see so much recycled content. Some of the reasons are good. Some of the reasons might not be so good, but we're going to get into that. So reason number one for why you see a lot of recycled police interrogation footage. So the first, number one, people lawyer up. I'll give you an analogy. I think this will help you understand this pretty well. So I'm an automotive technician in the daytime by trade. If you asked me about a particular transmission, I mainly do transmission work, and you say, how good is this transmission? Well, you have to understand something. The ones I see, they're all broken. All of them are broke. That's why they're there. So my opinion is going to be a little skewed because all I see is the broken ones. My thing is they're all terrible. They're horrible. I can't account for all the ones still driving down the road. They're perfectly fine. So how does that analogy blend into this? You guys only see the videos where people talk. You don't see all the people that ask for an attorney. You don't see them. People talk and people shut up. More people shut up than you believe. And there's not a lot of videos out there because a lot of people ask for an attorney. So reason number two, only 10 to 15 states have open law enforcement records. If you ever notice why you don't see police interrogation footage from Hawaii, from New York, California, it's because they have their law enforcement records exempt from public disclosure. Now, that doesn't mean that agencies can't put out their own stuff. They can say, this is a high profile case. We want to show what happened, maybe to cover the behind of law enforcement or something like that. But they don't have to give it to us if we request it. And usually they won't. We can request it, but they might not and probably won't give it to us. So what does that mean? That means that you have all these channels vying for the same 10 to 15 states to get police interrogation footage, which means it's highly competitive. So reason number three, why people recycle interrogation footage on YouTube. The audio. The audio is a big deal. I'd say over the course of the last year, I've gotten a ton of footage with audio, and probably about 70, 80% of it has horrible audio. I spend more time trying to fix audio than writing scripts. The audio is terrible on most of these videos, but they don't shoot them for our viewing pleasure. Let's just be honest. They're shooting these things to convict criminals. I'm not mad at them for doing this, but you have to understand that when it comes to these YouTubers that are trying to make videos that you'll enjoy, they go after the ones they don't have to roll the dice on. Whereas I've been going after ones I'm rolling the dice. I'm spending money. I get the footage. I get the audio. I'm hoping, I'm praying that when I open up this envelope with this USB inside, that it's going to sound good enough to give to you, to put in front of you. And sometimes it is. More times than not, it's not. And you guys have seen it on my channel, the ones that sound rough. I can only do so much. Well, a lot of channels don't have to do that. If they go around and find stuff that sounds good, they can just put that on there. They know that at least the audio is going to sound good. Reason number four for why people recycle police interrogation footage. So just like the first two reasons that I gave you, reason number four is very similar in the fact that there's just not a lot of footage out there. Until the year 2020, the George Floyd incident, there were a lot of departments who only did audio. They didn't do a lot of video. So a lot of times you'll ask for the footage and they'll say, well, this is only an audio recording. And it wasn't until in the last 5 years that police departments started to be forced to get up to speed with making sure they had good video recording equipment. And because most of this fan base wants to see video, it makes it tough. It makes it tough. It makes everyone have to be more competitive. There's not as much out there. There's a lot of crime out there, but not everybody's interrogation is actually video recorded. So, reason number 5 why multiple channels may recycle the same footage. Footage isn't always recycled. Sometimes 2 channels post the same case, but it's not necessarily recycled. Sometimes 2 channels are both monitoring a case that's in the court system. The court case wraps up, and then the records become available, and both channels request at the same time. Both channels are just in good faith, making a video, trying to put something in front of you guys. It might even be 3 or 4 channels. And there's oftentimes some of our channels, we have footage that is in our library. We purchase the footage, we put it to the side. I'm gonna make a video at this at some point in time. And it just so happens that we both have the footage. We're both putting the video out. It's not always nefarious. Sometimes we just, in the normal course of business, put a video out at the same time or right after one another. So, reason number 6 why some channels elect to recycle footage. I'm not going to lie, this is an attractive thing for some channels. The fact that if 2 channels go to an agency, the first channel can oftentimes, well, not can, will oftentimes have to pay, especially in certain states. They're going to charge you. You might spend $1,000 on a case. Whereas the second channel can come in and say, hey, I want everything that other guy got. And they'll just give it to him. So the first person pays a great price. The second person, they can just walk in and get to eat lunch, so to speak. So that, I think, sometimes can be a motivating factor in why some channels elect to do recycle footage. It saves them a lot of money. Instead of being the first pioneer, they can just come in and be a colonizer. So reason 7 deals with the cost as well, but not in the same way. There are some departments who, even if they release documents to one party, they'll still charge the other party as well. I mean, everybody who asks for that case, they're going to charge. And there's places like this. So don't get me wrong. If I asked for a case and I wasn't aware somebody else had it out there and they post theirs and I've paid $700, $500 for that case as well, I'm posting mine. I'm posting that case. And if they do the same thing, I totally get it. If you're being charged a lot of money, you're probably going to try to go ahead and do the case and try to recoup some of that money that you've invested in it. So that is a good faith reason, I believe, to try to go ahead and do it anyway. Reason number 8, why some channels elect to recycle police interrogation footage. I use this analogy. I think this might maybe help you guys a little bit. You know those Christmas giveaways you have at your job or places like that where everybody buys a gift, they wrap it, but nobody knows what's in there. And you get to get up at your turn and you get to go pick one. You get to pick anything on the table. You get to pick something. But imagine you get to open up the package a little bit and take a peek in there to see which ones are good and which ones aren't good. Oh, this one, I don't want to mess with that one. People that recycle police interrogation footage get to take a sneak peek at what the case looks like, what's said, the highlights, the best points, people's comments in the comment section. Whereas those of us who look for raw, unseen footage, oftentimes, we don't know what we're getting. I have no idea when I'm getting this USB what this is. It could be a 5-hour video with 20 minutes being interrogation. And then the rest of it's 5 hours of an empty room. I get it all the time. Oh, I can't make a video out of this. It happens all the time. So there's an advantage to making videos that you've already seen. Whereas if you get raw, unseen footage, you don't know what you're about to get. Sometimes you'll spend money and you'll lose it. And so it is a very risky business not to do it. I got to give these people credit that do it this other way. It's a better business move. I'm not going to lie. It makes more business sense to just take something that's already out there and make a video on it that's a known thing rather than go and take a chance and get a video from somewhere and risk losing $400. Reason number 9 why people recycle police interrogation footage. You watch. You guys watch. There's a market for it. If you guys didn't watch, they wouldn't do it. But because you guys watch and YouTube backs them and pushes YouTube pushes the views on those channels. Why wouldn't they do it? I don't blame them. I thought about jumping and buying into that myself at times. But, I want to try to do it the way I'm doing it, but we'll see what happens. But you guys watch that stuff. If you watch people recycle footage, they're going to continue to do it. You create the market, and you guys are the market. The market's speaking. What can I say? The market speaks. So thanks for watching. And don't forget to leave your content ideas and questions under the pinned comment down below.